Hello, everybody. I'm having difficulties tonight, but we'll get through it. Just have to figure out where I'm at. So I have this big old knot that I'm working on that I created. I created my own knot. Horrendous knot. Slowly but surely, we're getting it. So this has to. All right. Hello, Lorraine. We're having difficulties today. We're going to get through it. I promise. We're going to get through it. Oh, I think. Dealing with a big knot. Huge knot. Huge, huge, huge. Hello, Kimberly. And how is everyone doing today? 3 days before Christmas. I love Christmas. Hello, Carson. Hello, Lana. Oh, come on. I'm going to be swearing here in a minute. Ah. Hello, Linda. 7:28 on Sunday morning. Think I had to check my phone 3 times to find out what day it was. That always happens with me. I never know. If it wasn't for social or internet, I'd be lost. Um, Hello, Gail. Hello, Jessica. Um, oh yeah, this is just a wonderful time here. Hello, Lady Crochet. I'm new to your channel. Well, welcome in. We have yarn, yarn, and more yarn. And then if you want seconds, we have yarn, yarn, and yarn. And for dessert, we have yarn, yarn, and yarn. We have yarn everywhere in this house. Wherever you look, it's like a sea of yarn. But that's okay. That's why we're here, right? But I am glad that you are here. Let's see. Is Christmas is canceled here in our house? Aw. Uh, Rita, I am so sorry about your mom. Oh, that's sad. I got a Hirschner's catalog today. Made me think of you. Oh, by the way, Hirschner's is having a free shipping code up until the 23rd. You have until the 23rd to use it. Just so you know. I'm telling you, I'm having so much fun right here. Uh, kind of soothing watching someone else dealing. Nancy, I created this monster. Nobody but me. I can't be mad at nobody. I created this. Mm, mm. Yes, Carson. Jolly fun. All one word. Taking doggies out. Okay, Michael. Michael. That might be a different coupon code that goes to the 13th, but the one that I'm talking about goes until the 23rd because I'm almost guessing that they're going to put out a Christmas code for Christmas. I could be wrong. Don't hate me if they don't. Nothing but love. Um, And I actually placed an order yesterday. So I don't know if I'll get it before Christmas or if it'll come after Christmas. But either way, I'm okay. I promise you, I won't run out of yarn. Okay, I guarantee you I won't run out of yarn. Mm. And I have so many boxes of yarn to put together. Oh my gosh. People's going to start hanging me. They're going to lynch me. Russ wanted to wish you and your loved ones a very Merry Christmas. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we wish the same for you. I wish everybody Merry Christmas. Um, so I did put a video out earlier today or yesterday of Kevin playing the piano while I was crocheting until I made this mess. So what created this mess is when I went to Mom's for Thanksgiving. Instead of putting all the stuff in a bag, I decided to put in a box. Big mistake. Then I took my crochet hook and shoved it down in the center so I wouldn't lose it. And then, of course, rolling around in the car and upside down and moving things around. I pulled it out. It, it was coming out rough. And I had no patience tonight, so I just went, hence my mess. If I would have just left it come out slow, I would have been fine. Hello, Elena. I know that the yarn I have here can last me 2 or 3 years without buying more. I've been on no yarn shopping before and had yarn on a long time. Rita, Russ needs to go on a yarn diet. Hello, Chris. Hirschner should send you free yarn for all the products you show. I wish they would. Maybe we need to get a petition going. But so the video that I put out earlier yesterday of Kevin playing the piano, it is not monetized. I did not want to monetize it. It's just Kevin playing for about 20 minutes. And that's, thanking you guys for all the support you guys show. Yarn diets are illegal. I'm not even sure if I know how to go on a yarn diet. I've tried before, and I think I've made it a month, and I was having withdrawals. Well, hello, Mixed Mutt. Just stopped in to say hello. Love the music. Happy holidays to you and your family. I hope you have a wonderful, terrific holiday. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, did you get my email, darling? Give my Nikki a hug. Nikki needs a hug, Lisa. Yeah, I'm just working on a big knot. Big knot. Big knot. Big mistake. I made a big mistake. Okay. Hello, Christy. Just stopping to say good evening to all. I'll have to catch. Okay, you have a good night or good day. I've been on a yarn diet and it's good. I would love to go on one. I just can't do it. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Vicky. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. She loves you and aw. That's my girl Nikki. She got a special gift from Tippy. She actually got a signed It's Raining Yarn bag from Tippy. She did. Let's see. I'm discovering I have another addiction joining the yarn problem. I have, uh, we all have that problem. We sometimes I think we have just as many hooks as we have yarn, but you always seem not to have the right hook. Always, 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 always. You never have the right hook. Um, uh, Good morning, Sifting Soil. It's nice to see you again. Thank you for coming back. Um, Nikki loved her Tippy gift. It was amazing. I'm glad she liked it. Um, I do not untangle yarn, barf. I probably would have been better off if I cut it because I think it would go faster if I did. Um, this seems to just be starting. Uh, I just, I've been uh, live for a little over 11 minutes. Tippy has little gift. Aw. Thanks, Lisa. We did stop at the mailbox, the PO box today, and I have a card from a subscriber. I do. Now I just have to figure out what way. Um, Hello, Robin. Um, if I have 5 of the same hook, I'll have them for years. If I only have one, I'll lose it. Chris, that is so true. So true. Oh no, Russ yarn is being truly gnarly. Wish I was there. I love Tingle. Uh, yeah, I created this. Um, Supposedly, part 1 will be there Tuesday. Well, you know what? If it don't come until after Christmas, that is fine too. Because I'm mailing out Christmas gifts way late. Um, oh, I did that today. I was sewing the fur on the top of the stockings I made and ended up with horrible yarn barf. I tried for an hour. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Hello, Christy. You just sent me an email now? Are you coming to help me untangle my yarn barf? And I want to let everybody know Craig sends his well wishes. He wishes everybody a Merry Christmas. He cannot be here. Unfortunately, he cannot be here, so I'm passing along the message. Um, on your live tonight, check it out. Okay, Christy. I'll give it a. I'll check it out. Hello, Mateo. Hello, Ada. Let me tell you, you created so beautiful countdown boxes. Love it. Very, very beautiful. Well, thank you, Lady Crochet. I appreciate that. Um, I do my best to make sure the boxes are wonderful. I have me and Kevin's been kicking out or been kicking around ideas for Christmas in July. So I'm hoping I can pull it off. I hope, because it's going to be, they're going to be really nice. Everybody loves the notebooks. Let's see. Untangling don't bother me, especially this. I'm actually laughing at this because I created it. Russ created this mess. I saw the action while it was happening. Yes. So if you want to see me actually create this monster of a mess, go watch my latest video that I posted. It's Kevin playing the piano. Hello, Rachel. Where did Rachel? I created this, and if you want to see how I created it, watch my last video where Kevin's playing the piano, and you will see this be created right in front of your eyes. Because it was rough pulling out, but it was still pulling out just fine, just rough. And Russ wasn't having it. Russ just and then it's like, oh, what did I just do? Um. Uh, so so Russ is sitting. Oh, we have someone in the basement. Wasn't even paying attention. Sorry, Michael. I'm so sorry. Oh, oh. Come on, go on, go on, come on. We can't hear him. Did my difficulties? I was having difficulties getting in.
Ah, there we
There we
go.
go. There we go. There we go. I for a minute I thought I was giving you my troubles. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess I tapped the top of my mic.
Ah. Yes. I messed up big time with this. I shouldn't have done what I did.
I heard.
Well, I was um, recording a video. I was recording a video of Kevin playing the piano for
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, and you actually see me create this mess during that video.
Wow.
So yeah, so I am none too happy, but I'm laughing because I created it. It's not like it was in the skein waiting to be found. Oh no, I created it. So through twists and turns, I'm down to just this.
Getting there. That's a lot better than what you sent
Yeah.
me a picture of.
Oh, it was awful. Let's see. Good morning, Louise. Hello, Vicky. And hello, Karen. I think I'm caught up. That's one thing that I like about my lives right now is they don't go too fast.
That's
I
what I'm
don't.
thankful for still.
I don't know how I would cope if it went any faster than it did, because it would just. Hello, Fluffy. I put you guys on my TV and will be lurking. Okay, lurk away. At least you're here.
Right?
And even though you're lurking and you get a second, you can always throw in the chat a question or comment. It's okay. I'm just working on this asteroid of a.
And I'm still working on that triangular scarf. I had to frog that whole entire row I did on the live.
Oh, Fluffy's going to bed. Good night, Fluffy.
Good night, Fluff.
Hello, Diane. Yeah, I'm just slowly but surely because I'm trying not to pull it to make it any tighter.
Hmm.
As I get to a spot, I'm trying to. Would anyone like a slightly used CEO?
Getting on your nerves tonight?
Oh, yes. She's coming into heat.
Oh.
Yeah. So all she wants to do is she wants to be held. I want to take her over to have a play date with Stevie.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Then she'd calm down because it. Well, her mama always slept when she was expecting.
Hmm.
Um, I am still working on the shawl, but have finished the Christmas makes for now. Oh, good for you, Louise. Robin, I'll take her. Oh, my. She meant to say hello. So Fluffy isn't going to bed. She just meant to say hello.
Oh.
Well, hello, Fluffy. Come on in.
Hi, everybody that came in. Sorry I didn't respond to everybody.
You know, I don't. I come in and I say hi, but I try not to take over somebody's life.
Yeah,
You know, it's that's not why I'm there.
exactly. And I, like, to me, I, I don't know. It feels weird, like when I go into some people's lives and I just say my hi
Yep.
and hi to everybody too, and then you know responding to everybody. 9 times out of 10, I'm on my phone, so it's hard to respond to everybody, and it's it feels weird. Like some creators that I go into, they're great people. Don't get me wrong. It's just they treat me like I'm a celebrity, and I am far from that. And it's like, this is your live. Go. It's about you, not me.
Right. And I understand that. And that's what I try, when I go, I try not to.
Derail it.
Yeah, I try.
It's kind of hard to at times. Like today, I didn't. I just said hi to it was in Jaxie's, and just said hi, and then it turned into about me in the 12-hour live, and I'm like, okay. I mean,
Uh,
people had questions. That's great.
well, I've been talking about the 12-hour live.
A lot of people really have. That video has been shared out quite a bit. The announcement video with the special guests, and there's special guests that haven't been announced.
Right.
I don't know if Craig told you who one of them is.
No,
Okay, then I'll text it to you later.
I had and if he did, I forgot. But it's one of those things, though. If it was something between you and him, he wouldn't tell me anyway, just out of respect.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
so it's all good. Michael, what is that on your body form?
Oh, that's an infinity scarf that I did 3 weeks ago. That's out on a tutorial. It's a harvester infinity scarf.
That's because you love. Mm, okay, so sifting soil, the 12-hour live is on. It's well. I'll let you talk about that, Mike, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, just 1 second. Sorry.
No, go right ahead.
I am sending who that possible next special
Oh,
guest is to you
okay.
in a text. It's a big one. The 12-hour live. Now that really came about. Okay, I'm gonna go through the history. So let's sit back and imagine Sicily, 1812. No,
Mm.
no. It. I was.
I was about to go get cheesecake.
Oh,
Mm.
um, it came about because well, one night I was just me and Panda were outside getting
Eating
fresh air.
cheesecake.
It may have been cheesecake strain, but uh, it. We were talking, and I was like, I kind of want to do something for the people, the people on YouTube who are lonely, who don't have anywhere to go. And he's like, well, you remember a few months ago, somebody asked you if you're going to go live during the holidays, and you said you may not. It depends. So I was out there, and I was like, well, what about me just doing it? Giving people a place to go and be on the holidays when they don't have anywhere to go and nowhere to be, and they just want company. And knowing the holidays, especially these holidays, these are the, how can I put this, mentally straining holidays. They really mess with a lot of people's mental health. So I was like, well, if I can do a live, keep people occupied, out of their dark place, then I want to do it. Gail, all my tutorials are beginner friendly. Even the advanced stitches are all beginner friendly. But I would suggest starting with simple stitch first. So I just wanted to create something that was open to everybody who's at home, doesn't have anywhere to go, can't, or doesn't have family, doesn't, or just and lonely and don't want to be alone. And then when I reached out to, I was talking to Craig about it, and he was like, "Well, I'll come up." Well, then okay, let me see who else I can get. To help pay back, give back to our community. Oh, I didn't realize I was that close to my to give back to our community. And so that's how it came about, and that's what it is. It's going to be 12 hours, December 24th at 7 p.m. till December 5th, 7 a.m. Those are trying times during all that for a lot of people. So, and some people, this is going to be their first Christmas without a loved one.
Yep.
So share it and just have a good time. And with the amount of guests people that have wanted to, that well agreed to do it, and that are coming up, and the others that are hitting me up to be a part of it, I decided, well, as my last live just a couple hours ago, that it's going to be an annual thing.
Very nice. Very nice. So that some sifting soil was asking that question. I was gonna answer it, but I thought, why answer it when you're here? And
And
that way I don't get something misstrued or.
yeah, and because I was talking with Panda the other night, and I was like, I'm wondering if this should be an annual thing, and he's like, well, from the response you've gotten from other creators, why not? And so I was mulling over it, And then I just decided that when I hit that live button a couple of hours ago, it's going to be an annual thing.
And a lot of us content creators or podcasters, however you look at it, we don't have 12 hours to give, but we
Yeah,
can but we can come and give an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, but we can't give a full.
exactly. You know, a lot of y'all, a lot of the other content creators have full time jobs outside of the home. Where I don't want to say I'm lucky that I don't have a full time job, but I'm. It's mainly because of my disability is why I don't have a full time job. But this is my job, and I
But
love every minute of it. So it's like, why? You know, I know like you, Juan, a lot of the other don't have that time to devote to a 12-hour straight. And the only reason I chose 12 hours was one, I'm always up there in that time anyway. Two, you know, you got people who are on third shift schedules.
not much longer.
And so it'll give them a place to be while they're off.
Yep.
And then, you know, it's just not just, you know, a majority of a lot of us don't have just subscribers from the US.
No.
You know, a bulk of mine are European and and India, but you know, so at least I'll be able to reach somebody's waking time during that 12 hours and reach somebody and keep them out of that dark space.
Hello, Carmen. And that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Really wonderful. Carmen, can Tippy come play with Stevie just for like a week or so?
And I've already got it set up to where all the monetization I can turn off is turned off for that live.
Yeah, but what irritates me about that is we won't monetize a video, but there's always videos on it.
Yeah. You know, just like I didn't monetize the announcement because I don't want all this to be monetized. I'm not doing it for money, the little few pennies we get from ads.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I want people to be safe. This
Yep.
this
Yep. I totally agree. That's why the video with Kevin playing the piano, I didn't monetize it. It's just a thank you for everybody for the support and love that they showed throughout the year.
yeah, and this is a good thing that you know we're having all these creators up because we all yes it's going to be on one channel, but we're all saying thank you.
Yes. To make sure the people aren't alone.
Exactly, and I do have the StreamYard set up to where they you know you could stream it to your channel too. I don't I haven't fully done away with StreamYard yet.
Ah, I'm debating. It's just it really expensive anymore.
It's the prices have gone through the roof
Yeah, they're like double.
for no just because they spot restream and they want to make their money back.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. See, Rita, and I can honestly say I need the company. We do celebrate on the 24th, but Dad passed at 9 a.m. on that morning, and this year Mom had a stroke and is in hospital, so I need company. Awesome. See that right there is already making it a success.
Yes. Yes, Linda, I'm still fighting with it, but we're getting down closer. We're getting down closer. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's see. Um, my Boris the 28th. Um, I get hit with twice this month because of one is Christmas and two my birthday is the 29th. Oh wow. My
Oh
son's
wow.
birthday is the 28th.
Oh geez.
Yeah. So he gets double.
Hey Hexen.
Oh my goodness. What the
Yeah, I'm still fighting this headache. It's
really?
well, I'm on a. I take it once a day. It's a low dose, long lasting nitro. So when I take the pill, I automatically take a couple of Tylenol so that way because it's a bedtime pill and because it'll give you a headache. It's nitro. It's
Right.
gonna give you one, and that way it doesn't wake me up with a headache. And then when I get up, I'd say about maybe 10-15 minutes after being awake, I start getting the nitro headache because it's always back here. The nitro headaches are in the back of your head, at the base of your skull, and it's a nitro headache. And so I take a couple more Tylenol, and then that usually is good. Today it hasn't been, so I'm kind
Oh,
of taking the caffeine to help with it.
oh, this is driving me nuts. My bonus son's birthday is 29th and he will be 18 this year. Oh, very nice.
Oh wow.
A lot of people with pain around this time of year, it can be very sad and lonely for a lot of people. And this is great that you guys can do this.
Yeah, it's just our way of giving back.
Yes.
I know some people aren't going to be able to come up till later, or just for just a short time. But everybody I've asked has jumped on it, no questions asked. Next year I'm going to have it. I've learned a lot from organizing it this year. Is there's no time slots this year. Next year there's going to have there's 8 people, possibly a total of 10 special guests, and I'm gonna have to do some time slot jumping next year.
Yep. You might have to. It's like what works best for people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's awesome that you've done it this year on a spare of the moment.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Because I was talking about it with Panda before I even said yes to it. When he brought up that, I want to say it was in September. Somebody mentioned it in one of my lives, and I just sit there and mulled over it for about 10 minutes and said, "I'm doing it."
That's awesome.
Nancy's asking if your work hours changing.
Yes, my work hours are going to change, so I'll actually have 2 days off. Um, so my hours right now, my hours are um, basically 7 to 7. Um, Going to nights, it's going to be 1 to 11. It's technically 2 to 10, but I have to be there early and I have to stay late. So, and then there's an hour drive there and an hour drive home.
Ooh wee.
So, but it's Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
So I'll have Saturday and Sunday off full days. And they won't try and make me come into work on Christmas and 4th of July because that's what they had us do on 4th of July.
Yeah, because technically your shift isn't on that day.
No, because when we go in, it's technically the 5th.
Yeah.
So, and I told them on the 4th of July, I said, this will be the only holiday you will get from me. So they tried to do that with Christmas, and it's like, I don't know what you're going to do. I will not be here. You can take my holiday pay. You can give me a point. You can do whatever you want to me. I won't be here. Production won't run. You will be paying for people to sit here and do nothing. So they changed. So we have to work tomorrow night, but then we're off until the 26th, and we work Thursday and Friday, and they won't tell me about the following week yet.
Mm.
It's like I have people on my team that have little kids, like
Yeah.
6, 7 years old, and you're going to pull them away from their family on Christmas? I don't think so.
What's it, even in the military, if you're stateside, well, I should say, if you're not in a combat zone, they they break up the holiday period into 2 week chunks. You can either have Christmas off or you can have New Year's in 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks and then 2 weeks. You can't have both. Not even during leave time, just because
Really?
they got to keep a certain amount of staff on it, so and readiness in case something happens. You got the fighting force to deal with it,
Right.
and so I we they if you took Christmas, if you're there for several years at that command, if you took Christmas one year, the next year you have to take the New Year's to alternate it.
Aw, I bet you do, Rose. Wow, what kind of what kind of work do I do? I work in manufacturing, and they think that we're making instruments for the hospital, and we're not. All we're doing is making sure cars go down the road. That's it.
Well, that's important too, though.
Well, yeah, but not to make somebody work on Christmas.
True.
It's like there's nothing that cannot wait until we come back.
Right.
I mean, I would understand more if we were put ambulances together, or hospital equipment, or something like that.
Something
I
vital.
Right. Or if we're making medications for people, I, totally different. But just because you want a fender, you want me to work on Christmas, get bent.
Well, that's why they need a new fender.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, well, see, like, I've never had a Christmas off until I became disabled and couldn't stand in the operating room no more. I was always on trauma call in the operating room every holiday, and I don't get me wrong, I didn't mind it, because pay was great, and then you add on top of that, holiday pay was 3 times your rate. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Well,
And it's just me and Panda, so it's like,
if they would come to me and say, okay, well, we'll pay you $140 an hour, well, I might think about it.
right?
But it's not really all about me. It's about the the workers with the kids.
Exactly.
You
That's
know,
a lot of my, like, reason why I worked a lot of those holidays was I was taking shifts for people that had kids. It's like, you have a young kid, you need to be home with that kid, especially on Christmas Day, Christmas morning. You shouldn't be up here at the hospital at 7 o'clock in the morning because somebody decided to get a little tipsy and drive.
um, Dad was always home on Christmas and working on New Year, just because there was always someone that wanted to have it off the New Year. You know, Um, New Year's working New Year's would not bother me as much because I don't drink. You know, I
Yeah.
don't I don't drink, I don't party. So, but other people on my team do.
Well, yeah. That's just like me. I don't drink. We don't do none of that stuff, and I always filled in for that. Now, I did dread what I call the drunken holidays. I did dread
Oh,
those
yeah.
because you got people that's going to get on the roof. We're going to roof our house in the middle of the summer while we drink two 12 packs, and then I think I can fly. It doesn't work that way, buddy.
Uh-uh.
I'll see you in the operating room.
Yep. I'll give you 2 hours and I'll see you.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, because
okay, there we go.
it's the summer holidays or the drunk holidays and New Year's Eve. Those were always the busiest in the operating room. New Year's Eve is just because people decided to get behind a wheel,
Yeah, that's
and then the Memorial Day, Labor Day, and July 4th is because I want to hold this firework in my hand while it goes off, or literally we're roofing a house. We're going to have two 12 packs apiece while we roof the house, and let's go ahead and fly off the house.
yeah. The new TikTok challenge, hold a bottle rocket with my teeth.
Oh my gosh! I'm just glad
Yeah.
that the trauma hospital we didn't deal with dental emergencies, unless it messed with the bones. But other than that, we sent them to the other hospital because they dealt with dental emergencies.
It's just, oh, it's just, I just want to ask people, where are your minds when you're thinking that these challenges are worth it?
It's just like those kids snorting condoms. A couple
Why?
years, it's like obviously your parents didn't know how to use it either.
Thank you. Call Russ. Russ show you how to work, how they work.
I didn't understand why the kids were doing that. It's like why, or the Tide Pods.
The ice bucket challenge.
Well, that was for ALS. I get that, and it raised millions for ALS. I thought people were just doing it and not donating money, but no, people were donating. I didn't. I'm like, okay, well then I guess that's a good thing.
But didn't a bunch of people get hurt?
I don't know on that.
I thought people got hurt doing ice bucket challenge. I could be wrong.
There's been so many challenges.
Yeah, it's a challenge to keep up with them.
Well, it's like people taking a spoonful of cinnamon powder and putting it in your mouth.
Why?
It's they don't think.
I put a little bit of hot cocoa mix on a spoon and ate it and about died.
I know. I've done that once, and I was like, never again. And like,
But
there's times I caught Panda. He's been being lazy, and he didn't want to mix his protein drink. He'll put the powder in his mouth, put the water in there, shake his head back and forth, and then swallow. I'm like, what do you just mix it like a normal person?
yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, there. Oh,
The Carson, the oddest thing that's happened in the ER, I cannot talk about on YouTube. Oh yeah,
oh.
that'll get Russ canceled, me canceled, and everybody else in this channel canceled.
And Russ don't need no help at trying to get canceled. I'm good on my own. Mm-mm. I'm just watching for the red light to come on outside.
For the red light district.
Yep. I have that much left, and it's giving me a headache.
What brand of yarn?
It's a 2 weight yarn. It's Hirschner's
Oh,
Afghan yarn.
oh, okay.
So it's thin, and it's totally my fault. It's not the yarn or anything. It's just
Yeah,
my
I
fault.
I showed Panda the picture you sent me, and he goes, "I bet that's Hirsch." He goes, "I bet that's Lion Brand, huh?" I was like, "No, it's actually his own fault for Hirschner's."
Yep, that it is. What
He's
was is that like the X-ray books that publish what's inside people?
it. There's some of that stuff you do see in the operating room and the ER.
Really? What is wrong with people? Hmm. My mind just don't can't even fathom all that.
But I mean, you get like,
I guess I have
especially,
common sense.
well, yeah, but some things too is like there was a I worked in the emergency, sorry, not operating room, emergency room at Naval Hospital in Okinawa, Japan. And Marines are crazy. That's all I got to say. They put things where they shouldn't be putting things.
Well, if that's the case, I can help them out.
Or they putting, never mind.
I'll be texting you the rest of the night. Oh, what happened? What happened?
I'll tell you after we get off, but it's not,
Channel worthy.
yeah, well, it could be.
Oh well.
If you want to be that type of channel. Uh,
Let me turn my light on. Hmm.
in Scrimshaw, I couldn't tell you why people do what they do. It's some of it's experimentation that gets carried away. Some of it's lack of knowledge.
Well, I can understand a 12 or 13-year-old person having stuff like that happen to them because, like you said, experimenting, not knowing how how things work and what things are used for. I get that. But when you have a 20-some-year-old person coming in, it's like, really? You fell in the bathtub, all right.
Well, but then you find out where they're from, and you're like, oh, poor sheltered little child. But yeah, well, and of course this is you know late '90s, and not everybody had internet or a computer because those really home computers really, even though they've been around forever, but home computers really didn't get into mass houses until like the early 2000s.
So, what I did, I have two boys. So when it come time for them to be talked
Yeah,
to, I made
educated.
I made appointments with the family doctor.
Yeah.
Took them up in there, and it's like, okay, explain to them how everything works and what's going to happen. Because then they have a medical knowledge actually
Mm-hmm.
explaining to them that actually knows what they're talking about. And
Yeah.
then I made an appointment to the health department and took them in there so they can understand more of
Yes. I wish
diseases.
exactly. My parents didn't. Well, it was my mom and my grandmother just at that time because my family's weird. My parents got divorced when I was 3 and got remarried when I was 25. And during that whole time, I never saw my dad. But he came back. But anyway, it was just my mom and my grandmother, and they didn't know how to handle boys. And
Right.
my mom had 4 boys. It's like figure it out yourself.
But I wanted to give my boys the best education
Mm-hmm.
that I could possibly give them.
Yeah, and
because I
that's
wanted them to be able to make choices
that
and
were
know that,
healthy.
yeah, and to, hey, if you accidentally do this, this might happen to you.
Yes. And
And
I wish a lot of parents were like that because I've seen, there was a time after my little stint in the Navy. I did a lot. Besides being in the operating room, I also worked. Oh my god, trying to remember the full phrase. It was called PMT, preventive medical something. Um, but it dealt with pre- uh, prevention, protection, and prevention of communicable diseases. We did the whole gambit, and some of those parents should have been talking to some of those kids of what they need to look out for when they stick their willy somewhere.
yep. And that's why I made appointments with the doctor and with the health department. I wanted my boys to know how to use certain things and what to look for and what would happen if you don't.
Mm-hmm. It, People just don't use common sense.
Yep, I just.
Slowly making slow progress on it.
Oh yeah, this is all I got left, and it's the worst out of the entire bunch.
See, my butt would have just snipped and snipped.
Well, it's crossing my mind. It's crossing my mind. Mm. About to go get a bag of ice or frozen vegetables and snip snip. That's a good idea, Russ. A lot of people should do that way. Some don't know how to teach. It, you know, yeah, I knew some stuff, but you know, I didn't have the knowledge that a doctor would have.
Yeah.
I don't have the knowledge that the health department has because they all have degrees. They went to school for all this.
Well, it's like when we were foster parents, we couldn't talk to that, even though we both had the medical background, medical degrees and stuff. We couldn't talk to the children about medical issues.
Why?
It had to be an actual, we had to take them to a doctor, their doctor, to talk about it. It's a state law. We couldn't, even though we have it, we know it, we practiced it, we couldn't do it. So, and I kind of get that too, especially in this day and age.
Well,
And, you know, no matter what kind of medical training you have, it doesn't train you to deal with their set of circumstances.
yeah, some foster kids, they're coming from a really, really hard background.
Our like the ones we did had were really rough. I mean, I used to not be an emotional person until I started YouTube, but um, reading their stories, I was just bawling. It was very heartbreaking to know that these kids grew up that way.
Yep. Well, I just made some more progress. Um, True, instead of talking with the kids, they take them to OBGYN office to get the IUD. Oh, it's just in case. Yeah, whatever.
What that subject here especially here in the States is very taboo. You
Yep.
know, you go to a lot of European countries, they talk about it willy nilly. They show it willy nilly.
Yep.
But here it's so prudish and taboo to be talked about. It's like, why?
It's something, it's natural. Um It's human function.
Yeah,
So why so secretive?
right.
I am so hoping Hirschner's has a Christmas sale.
So you can mail that back to him.
I might need a
I can't say that because it's your fault, not theirs.
I
Never
might
mind.
need I might need a replacement or two. Oh shoot! This not for some reason I just can't get rid of this little piece. I make
Well,
headway, and I'm
you
thinking,
can with a pair of scissors.
I do have a pair. Don't think I don't, because right there they are. Those are just in case. Uh, your butt is not a light bulb. No. I agree. I had most prudish mom. I don't know how she had 24 children.
She meant four. That's a lot of kids.
Holy. She whistled while she walked. She was a full orchestra there. Man,
Oh
I
goodness.
bet you she had the kiddies following her because that was an open tuna can.
Oh goodness. She meant four.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Um, Linda, Russ, you can do it. As Norway, they just decided to make it legal for self-termed abortion to 18 weeks. No questions asked if you want to stop a pregnancy. Wow. My great aunt had 13. Holy.
Wow.
Man, I had two and was going cross-eyed.
So my grandmother had five girls, and my mother had four boys. One of nine. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. But my grandmother was just her and her brother, but they lost two during like the Dust Bowl and stuff.
Yeah. A lot of people lost kids during the Dust Bowl. That was so sad. I couldn't to to choke and die on dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like being buried alive. I'm so thankful my stepfather was proponed to talk about anything when I was a kid. It gave me the tools to be open with my own kids. Exactly.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you talk to your kids like that, and they liable to lock you up for child abuse.
Or something worse.
Yeah, I didn't want to go that far.
Yeah.
That's why.
I know, Jim.
And yeah, just,
But it's conversations that need to be had because health class.
yes,
I know back when I was in high school in the early '90s, we talked about that stuff. Health classes now they don't, and it's sad. That needs to be talked about. You got a bunch of kids, adolescents who have all these weird feelings going on that need to know
yep,
what's going on. A doctor's only going to give them so much, but they need to know why and what and how, in my opinion, and where not to stick it.
yeah. Don't stick it in a hot griddle.
And an apple pie doesn't count.
Nope. Cherry don't either. Well, they didn't talk about anything when I was a kid. Vicky's one of 10. Wish I had grandbabies. Do you have any kids, Scrimshaw? Um, Hello, Tina. My three older sisters all had kids at 16. I said, hell no. I was almost 22 when my daughter was born. Good for you, Carmen. Big families are great. There was five of us. I was the youngest of the five.
Ooh, I'm second to the youngest of four.
And I think well, I lost my sister. Um, I wish I wish they would have did an autopsy on my sister because I think she died of cancer
Mm.
because when she went in, the MRI when she first went in just had little specks on the brain, little white specks,
That's not good.
and well, the um, oh, neurologist or somebody, they said that those little white dots are where the brain is dead or no longer functioning. And they kept telling us, "Oh, she's getting better. She's getting better. She's getting better." And we were there 24/7. And it's like, "No, she's not getting any better." "Oh yeah, she's getting better. You guys aren't trained to see it." Well, Mama was. Mama was a trauma nurse.
Yeah. Well, that not only that. I mean, white spots don't indicate anything dead. It's dark. I know vaguely how to read MRIs and X-rays, but I know dark does not is not good. White is not good either. But dark means something's not getting blood to it.
um, so we um, we knew she wasn't getting any better. They kept saying she was. They went do another MRI. So we finally begged and begged enough, and they're able to find because she had a pain pump in her back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it had an MRI mode, but nobody after the initial one, nobody that does the MRI would do it because they didn't want to lose their license. And the hospital said we can't force them to do it because it's their license.
Yeah.
And so they finally found somebody that came in to do it for us because we begged so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So they found somebody that would do it. We had to sign, of course, we signed the waiver saying if, she died during the MRI, we would not sue or go after the license of the MRI person.
Yeah.
To- totally fine. We were okay with that. We just wanted another one to see, you know, where things were progressing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this time when they took it, her entire brain was white. And they brought it back and um, they gave us a new, what was that? A neurosurgeon or somebody. And we told her, it's like they kept telling us she's getting better, she's getting better. So what does all the white mean? And she says, well, I'm sorry to say this, but she's brain dead.
Wow.
So she won't be coming back. So
Because
they moved her to hospice.
mm, usually on MRIs with white usually means a mass. That's not supposed to be there.
Right. That's why I'm thinking that they misdiagnosed her and she actually had cancer.
Mm, yeah.
But we'll never know because they didn't do the MRI. And she can't be resumed because she was cremated.
Oh. How old was she?
53.
Young.
Oh, good night, Karen.
It's funny now that we're, in those ages, we're like, oh, that's young. But when
Yeah.
we were like 20, we're like, oh, that's old.
Yeah. Until your feet are in those shoes.
Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention to the chat. I'm just sitting here working on this stupid knot.
I got to pay attention to my stitching
Right.
because this is it's not a complicated stitch. It's just three movements to make one stitch.
Wow. Can are you able to say what stitch it is?
It's not out, but it's called the trident.
Oh, that's right. I heard you talking about that on your
Let's see if
live.
I can show it better here. Uh, there you
Oh
go.
wow. That is neat.
Yeah, it's through kind of a three-step process to create the stitch.
Is it a yarn eater?
Let's say this is my first project ever using this stitch, truthfully. Um, and I've gone through two cakes of the Big Twist Supernova.
Oh wow.
So,
There's a lot of
and
yardage in one.
yeah, it's a decent size. I mean, but I'm making a triangular scarf. It's got to be third. Well, I'm going 60 inches across, so I'm almost there. But yeah, it's. I'd say it's a yarn eater stitch, but it just looks so pretty when it's worked up. So
Right. It looked pretty what you showed us.
yeah, this is the stitch. I don't when it's coming out now. The bow stitch is this Monday. The trident stitch will come out on the 30th.
Okay. I would like to do a blanket in Tunisian. I have the yarn. I have the needles.
you yeah
I have all the tools.
yeah. It's like I said on my live earlier. It's like I am burnt out on blankets.
Oh
I
yeah.
I got burnt out literally after I finished the one for I did for Bag a Day, her auction. That one burnt me out. But it's like the last three that I've done was just because the ideas were in my head. Well, I wanted to do something for Missy, so I created one blanket for her, and then I wanted I use that one for Boggy Creek, but then I can't have that complicated one for everybody to do for Boggy Creek because a lot of people aren't, advanced Tunisian people. Or most people are beginners, so I need to have a beginner blanket. So I created a gigabyte for that for beginners. And then I was sitting here like you were live a couple weeks ago when I was working up doing some stitch tutorials, and I did the jigsaw stitch, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just pictured a blanket with it. I quit my filming for the rest of the night, and I started that Enigma blanket. And it's only called, I mean, you could use it in any color, but it's called Enigma. And a subscriber, Karen H, actually, because I was sitting there trying to think of a name, and she came up with Enigma because Enigma means puzzled. and the name of the stitch is Jigsaw. I was like, that is perfect.
That's awesome.
'Cause I like to do stuff where, whatever stitch I come out with, I'd like to I try to have like a project of some sort in that stitch. So you can see it worked up versus a swatch.
Right.
And give you ideas. That's just what I like to do.
As long as you're under the care of one doctor, you shouldn't have more than required or necessary for your health. Yeah, I don't like going to 85 doctors.
No. That's what I dislike about the VA because every 6 months or so, they're changing doctors. So you're changing a doctor. Well, I want a doctor who's going to stay with me and know my issues and not just know me on paper.
Right.
That's what I loved about my orthopedic surgeons, both of them. Because I had one for 3 years, and he ended up becoming a really good friend. It's always great to know become friends with your orthopedic surgeon.
Right.
And we'd hang out, we'd go to his house and play board games and stuff, and have dinners. And then the second when had to leave, he left to move out of state. The surgeon they brought in, I actually used to do surgeries with, so I knew him. So I knew what I was getting what type of work I was getting.
Right. Hello, Zach.
Hey
Uh,
Zach.
Someone says I have the patience of a saint because they would have done through in the towel.
Well, that's what I said when I showed Panda the picture, and he goes, "I would be cutting that stuff up, burning it," and but it's like he did it to himself. He goes, "Oh,
I
poor
did.
Russ." He's like, "Poor Russ."
I did. I'm not blaming nobody but myself.
The first question was, "Is that Lion Brand?" Because the Lion Brand Pound of Love, the few times we've used it, or he's used it, I could be sitting in here and I could hear cursing into the living room where he's at. I'm like, "What's wrong? Look at this! Look at this!" Huge yarn barfs.
All right, tell him to just relax. I'll send some pound of love his way. I have a couple totes upstairs full of pound of love. No need to cry.
I mean, we have a couple of things a pound of love, and they're sitting in this closet behind me, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do with it.
Send it to Craig if you don't want it. He's
Yeah, he'll
always
use
using
it.
pound of love. Always using pound of love.
Yeah.
I actually got my Christmas present from him today or yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's right here in this box.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I
don't
knew.
fall. Don't fall. Don't fall.
I,
That's all
I
I
know
need.
he. I know he was complaining about how packed the post office was.
Yeah. It's like, man. That's why it's nice to do postage from home. You just go in, and if they're busy, you just drop it off.
Exactly. Like I was surprised. The Enigma blanket actually, which is great that she won it on my members live. The person who named it won the blanket, and so after I filmed everything with it, I mailed it out, and it was just mailed out Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was expecting it to be real high because like when I sent the blankets to Juan for the two that I did for Boggy Creek and the one that Panda did for Boggy Creek, that was almost knocking $40.
Wow.
And the Boggy Creek size isn't that big.
No.
And so I'm like, good night, Zach. So when I put this box and waited, and I was like, and I saw how much, I put entered all that in, and they spit out UPS $7.80. Oh, you're darn right. I printed that one out quick.
Wow.
I grabbed that one quick.
Yeah.
And she got it Friday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, that's hey, UPS, you're on it. USPS wanted like almost $20 more.
I go through Pitney Ship.
Who?
Pitney Ship.
Never heard of that one.
Pitney Bows.
Hmm.
Um,
I went through pirate ship.
I it was like 300 and something to buy the machine. Um, the it come with the machine and the scale and um, it's all one cube.
Oh wow.
It was the ship cube, and I can ship up to 15 pounds anywhere in the world.
Huh. Yeah, the scale I use, I went cheap.
Oh, nice.
It's a Walmart.
Yeah, but
And
that's a nice scale though.
yeah, it's a nice little scale and does what I need.
That's all that matters.
Yes, Scrimshaw, you can get it online. Scrimshaw, Pirate Ship is an online service. You put all your dimensions and stuff in there, where you're sending it to, the weight, all that stuff, and then you hit get rates, and it lists UPS, FedEx, and USPS, and it'll give you the cheaper. And it's not you don't pay for it. You pay for it as you use it, just in the postal. And then when you says buy this one, you click on it and you hit buy label. You buy the label. You can download the label and print it up, and then boom. And I have what I use for my labels are, I got these on clearance at Walmart. They come two to a sheet, and you print it up, peel it off, and stick it on. These things, but they works really good. And I don't ship out all that often, so it'd be different if I was like, doing giveaways all the time. I'd probably invest into something where I was like you got, because I could only imagine how much that has saved.
Well, and also, so like if I'm shipping something for somebody, um, they get the discount
Oh, nice.
because it says how much retail is, and then it gives me how much I ship it for.
Mm-hmm.
I always charge them what I ship it for. I don't charge them retail.
Yeah.
It's come in handy
Good
quite a
night,
bit.
Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
Yeah, Mama Riz. Walmart had this one printer on. Like, we have never had a printer in our house in ages, because by the time we go to use it, the ink is dry. So it was always pointless to have a printer. It was wasteful. But ever since I started this with YouTube and everything, I print out a lot of stuff. I print out my patterns. I print out my sheets. I print out patterns that I do for Panda so he can work up and see if they work. My mailing, and then my YouTube pay stubs. I guess you can call it pay stubs. But I put all that, and anything I buy online, I print out the receipt that's used for the channel, so I can hold it off and put it in the channel box. This is used for the YouTube channel, so use it for the taxes.
That's what I want to do this coming year. I actually want to get a license, get an actual business for yarn.
Yeah, see, I was wanting to do it. I was wanting to get a an LLC so that way because it doesn't mess with any of my other income coming in.
Yep.
But after talking to a tax lawyer, he's like, it's still going to you. The tax.
Only if you pay yourself.
Well, what they were telling me because I'm on SSDI
Uh huh.
and because I'd be the business owner, it still counts as
Oh,
going to me. And I'm like, okay. And then of course Congress upped the amount that we can actually make with SSDI now because SSDI you don't get a lot as it is. And then they were only allowing you to make $500 or $600 a month on top of that. How you gonna? I mean, I'm thankful I get the VA. Don't get me wrong, but how can people that don't have that access to like I do live? And then you're only allowed to get $600 extra a month. Well, now they made it to $1,500 a month, and it's like it needs to be more,
it's just crazy.
especially with the cost of everything going up again.
And it's
But
like yarn is just getting outrageous.
I'm excited at yarn being $2.79. I
Yeah.
get excited, but I remember when it was just $1.
Yep.
And that was just a few years ago.
Yep.
You could go get a regular size skein for $1.50, $2. And now you're lucky to get it for 4.
You used to be able to get a skein of Red Heart for three something. Now it's like
Seven.
it's five something someplace. I guess it all depends on where you go.
Yeah.
But if you want the super savers, they're like $13.
Yeah, like the Jumbo Super Savers I've seen for at like my local Walmart, which is literally 2 minutes away from my house, is uh $7.99. What?
For Red Heart.
Yes. Mainstay is cheaper, but Mainstay feels cheaper. Even though they redid it, it still feels it like Mainstay used to be softer than Red Heart. Now Mainstay is rougher than Red Heart. I don't know
That's
how they pulled that off, but they did.
crazy.
You could, Christy, you could use a thermal printer. I don't have a thermal printer. I got this printer. It like I was going to say, who asked about a printer? Mama Riz. Like this printer that we got, like right now, I know it's at Walmart for $49, and it works wonders. And it's Wi-Fi, and I don't have to have any cords going into my printer, my computer. Don't have to get down there to do anything fancy to it. Works great. I like it. Um,
Well, a few years ago, it was cheaper to buy a new printer than it was to buy ink.
yeah, and every now and then, I want to say about once a month, I because I'm expecting ink to go start going through the roof beginning of the year because of
Yeah.
tariffs.
Yep.
I've been buying extra cartridges, the mega ones, they're XL ones, whatever you
Yep.
want to call it. No, she didn't give me the right one. Oh well, I didn't pay for the right one anyway. Um, so I just buy an extra because you never know. And
Nope.
whenever I got to print off some, directions for Panda to work up something, I don't do it in color because one, he's colorblind, so he can't see half of that anyway. And So we just do it in black and white and just tell him, okay, well, this is this color, that's that color.
Right.
And then I have to label his actual yarn colors if he can't tell them. It is a, what is my printer? I don't know. Oh, it's a Canon. And I was going to move yarn room. I was going to move the garden room, but then after we got some news back on Panda's back, I was like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea because you'd be. I'm not going to be able to lift some of this stuff with myself, and I don't want you to mess up your back even more than what it is. So we're just going to get some totes and organize my yarn a little bit better
Nice.
and deal with it that way. Because I mean, he got pretty bad news on his back.
Oh, that ain't good.
The MRI came out multiple degenerative disc disease and multiple herniated and bulging disc.
I have trouble with my L4, L3, or something like that.
Oh, and narrowing of some the nerve canals. So it's like, yeah, I think it's just best to just get some totes right after Christmas because that's when they're going to discount.
Usually.
Yeah, all that. It's weird. Like they'll discount these certain totes by like 50, 60% off. But all that's wrong with well, nothing's wrong with them. All that it is just because they're red and green.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So they're discounting them by 50, 60, 70, even 80%. So I was like, yeah, we're going to wait till after Christmas then. You
That's
get off at
like,
3 p.m. on Thursday? Well, guess where I'm going at 3 p.m. on Thursday to Walmart to go grab them. Because that's when they're going to go on disc clearance.
yeah, it's, crazy.
And Mama Riz, it's a really good printer. It's easy setup. I like it a lot. And I'm not really, I don't really, it has, I just like it. I mean, and it's very conservative on ink. Sorry. But yeah, it was just an easier decision just to get the totes, wait till after they go on clearance, and just organize the yarn than having to mess up his back or my legs.
Yep. We have a brother printer.
Well, I only grabbed it because I was getting tired of going to UPS to mail stuff
Right.
out.
No,
And I was like, pirate ship, we need a printer though. And I was walking through Walmart when the printer first came out. It was $39. Now it's
yeah.
49. I was like, $39 for a printer. Hey, let me look at the ink, and the ink is, for a pack of ink, which is both colors, $40. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that as long as it ain't $50, $60 ink.
Um, what weight of yarn do you need, Carmen?
Oh wow,
You need a one weight, a two weight, a zero weight.
good luck with that.
Yeah,
I'm
that cowweb.
I'm not working with that.
Go for the burn.
I mean, I do have this really like
Mm,
what I had y'all set up on my live. What I had everybody on was this thing, but it's a light and it's pretty darn bright. Like, but when I'm working with black, I'll put this down and like I can actually just look through the magnifying part of it and like work with black because ooh, and I could only imagine working with like the thin. Oh no 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 no! Not Michael, not Michael.
where do you think the best place to buy Christmas yarn after Christmas when it goes on sale?
Good night, Nick. It's now. if you're going to be able to find it, uh, you know, Joann's will
I
keep theirs a regular price, so they only discount it after it's been out 6 months after the holiday, 3 to 6 months. So you're not going to get any right after Christmas. Maybe Hirschner's but I don't know if they do that.
they'll have a sale, but it's it's not like a brick and mortar store sale. Because like you were saying earlier, the tariffs that's going to be coming,
Mm-hmm.
I'm stocking up on certain yarns.
Yeah, I'm going to be here in the next few days. Actually, as soon as that YT check hits, which I'm surprised it didn't today,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
because that one is going to, believe it or not, buy more yarn, stock up, and I mean I got a lot of yarn as it is. Don't get me wrong, but with the tariffs possibly coming,
Yep,
and I'm going to be. Oh my goodness, I split yarn.
really.
It's just thin stuff with that supernova. Um, I just want to stock up that way because I'm going to be busting out a lot of stuff this year. 2025 is going to be a busy, busy, busy year for me. I'm not going to be going to many lives. Maybe come to yours once every 2 weeks. Come up like this
Yep.
because way I'm going to end up have to I don't want to say restructure my channel, but Fridays, instead of being an item make every Friday, it's going to switch to every other Friday. And then the Fridays I'm not doing an item make, I'm going to do a vlog. And that'll help me get more time for some of these bigger, longer item makes that I want to do.
Is that what you would consider my channel? Is it a blog, or how would you? I don't know what to call it.
You're not a
'Cause
giveaway, obviously. You're not one of those.
I don't really do tutorials. I mean, I have a few on. I have a couple on my channel, but that's
I
not my main.
Yeah, and you're not like a talk show. Talk show. You know what I
No,
mean? Yeah, I, I'd say variety, really,
Russ's variety show.
because you talk yarn, which is a yarn show. You also have us up the variety. So it's more like a variety show, I guess you could say. And then your videos are podcasts
Okay, so
because you like to
podcast.
you like to show off. You like to talk about the yarn. You like to show yarn hauls. You like to talk yarn, and then you just like to chit chat too. Don F, I got that at a place I should not have went, but I did. Hobby Lobby.
It's not
I
like you went
know.
to
I
Chick-fil-A.
Oh God, no. I mean, Russ knows why. I'd rather buy a Timu thing. No, I'm just kidding.
I would.
Well, we don't have many choices here,
No, we don't really either.
and Joanne's didn't have what I wanted. Michael's didn't have what I wanted, and I was like, I bit the bullet. Let me just go to Hobby Lobby, and went in there, and I saw this is exactly what I wanted. And because what I saw on Amazon stuff wasn't 100% of what I wanted. Didn't have the arm reach
Really?
that I wanted. They were smaller, and it just wouldn't, just not what I wanted. I saw this one, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. This is what I want.
Well, that's all that matters. You got what you wanted.
Yeah, I got two. One sitting back there just in case this one ever. I mean, I don't know. I've never bought anything at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if it's going to go out and break or whatever. So I bought two.
Only thing that I have ever bought from Hobby Lobby was some yarn.
We
But
did years ago before there's big stances
yeah,
and stuff, and Panda really fell in love with I love this yarn, and then the stances came, and he goes, you know what? I need to find a new yarn brand.
so he went to the hair salon.
I'm not gonna live that down. I really did think it was just well. I had to take a picture one day when I go over there and show you what I'm talking about, so you could see the sign.
Hey, I walked into the hair salon today and I come out with some yarn.
Yeah, 'cause I think when they decided to like trim those hedges, I was going to World Market. I don't remember what I was going there for. And then I saw it said Joanne's Craft Tomorrow. I was like, wait, that's not a hair place? Let me go in and look. Oh my gosh, I love this yarn. And that's how my love for Joanne's began. Thinking it was a hair place.
Can I get some hair curlers with this yarn? Mm. Russ, you are Dr. Oz or Dr. Phil or whatever their names are.
Yes, Don F. It really does really help with working with black or even the thinner threads. Like sometimes some parts of this I have to break it out and use the light and the magnifying on because the colors get really dark and on top of each other. There's just sometimes it's hard to see, especially with this stitch. If it was a simple stitch, it'd be easier, but I don't do anything simple.
Relax with Russ.
Yeah, it's and like I tell people too, don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Nope.
And you don't do that because you know this. You've been on the streets longer than me. But it's like I've told people, don't ever compare yourself to anyone else because you're not them. You're you. And if you're gonna do something, if you're deciding to do a channel, sit down before you even do the channel. Sit down and just write down what you want out of that channel. What do you want to do? Do you want to do tutorials? Do you want to do talk show? Do you want to do giveaways? Do you want to do yarn talk? Or do you want to do a mix of them all? And you can,
Yep.
but stick with it. Don't jump all over the place because that's where you lose people. You can lose people by one week you're talking yarn, the very next week you're talking how to clip your dog's toenails. There's a variety, and then there's a variety you don't do. Yeah, and ever since I stuck to my guns and went back to what I wanted my channel to be, you know, everything's been great for me.
Yeah, there's when I started my channel, there was just some things that I did not want to do. And one of them was a bunch of giveaways. I did not want to be a giveaway channel.
Me neither. It's one, I don't have the funds for that. Two, that's like I've seen some of these giveaway channels, uh, and just watching all that makes my anxiety go crazy. And
Yeah,
Vicky, Panda does have a channel. He doesn't really do much on it, because he doesn't want to do much on it. Every now and then he'll stream a game on there. It's a gaming channel, but he'll do that every great blue moon. And he just has that name and everything just because he likes to support me and and support people. People associate if I can't make it to a live chat, and he can go in and I'm either asleep or whatever and he comes in, we're associated together.
right.
But yeah, I see that chats from giveaway channels and I'm just like my anxiety goes through the roof. or bless his heart, I don't know how he does it, Juan, with 500-600 people in there.
The chat just flies.
I know someday it's coming. That's why I've started uh, doing them more and more on my phone, because with StreamYard, you get the eyeball in the corner, bright red eyeball staring at you with how many eyes are staring at you. I can get you his channel, Vicky, somewhere. Um, and but when you do it on the computer, or not the computer, the phone, you just get a little person with a little bitty number at the very top.
That you do.
So I like going from my phone more now. Helps if I can do the alphabet properly, doesn't it? Okay. Where is your where, chair?
Tina, I have more patience than you,
Where is this live? There, B.
but I'm getting so close. This is all I got left.
And paste. There you go, Vicky. Well, thank you, Lady Crochet. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really, like I said, the giveaways just give me anxiety way too much. And, you know, not only that, I feel, and I do my giveaways unannounced. You know that.
I do mine too.
Yeah. And because I want people who are loyally going to be there
Yep.
and have a higher chance of winning. Because you got people that'll just subscribe just to do the giveaway and then bounce.
Yeah, they're
I,
gone.
I, I've seen that on other channels. Or they'll win it and they're not, you know, they'll win the yarn or hook or whatever, and then next thing you know, you see that exact same yarn and hook on eBay.
Or on another channel being given away.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, that looks familiar.
Hey, Jen. Oh, thank you, lady. I love Tunisia crochet. Anybody can tell you that's my expertise.
What is it you do again?
I know, right?
Just sit in a chair and rub your head. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's like it feels like that. Like, what did I get myself into with this stitch?
Mm,
Especially this stitch, because about every fourth row, I always forget to. I have to double check now. Okay, I was about to say I did it. I always forget to do the ah.
you did?
Yes, I did.
Uh oh.
I gotta frog this whole.
Oh no.
It always happens at towards that end. It's just like I said. It's a three movement type of thing. Like let's see if I can do this. Give me one. I'm gonna bring you out here. We're
I
gonna go
do.
on a little field trip.
Okay.
Knocking down.
I do
Right
cake up my yarn.
there.
Solo, solo. There we go.
And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, it's upside down, but deal with it. This is a three step. So you pull up, you go into that first loop, pull up, go into the gap, do a full stitch, and then you pull up another simple stitch. Ah, if I can grab it. So you have three. Now you take the first two closest to your hook and then bring them through the one. So it's a three movement for this one stitch. It's kind of crappy on this angle, but that's how it's done. So that's how I keep messing up, because I forget to do that towards the end of the row. The tutorial is nowhere near as bad as that. The tutorial's already been filmed and edited and ready to go.
I just started Tunisian crochet, but now I have to wait till after my surgery release before I can go back to picking up a hook. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
I have plans in the new year from for my channel. I just have to wait for some stuff to come in to start. and try to sort out the technical problems.
The technical issues, I mean, is a big deal, and especially with a lot of just doing a channel. Period. You know, the technical problems are you need a good mic, you need a good camera, and some sort of good internet, and you could do anything. You know, my very first 20 tutorials were done on my phone. I filmed them with my iPhone, and now when I found these cameras in the clearance section, my webcams that I use now, that's what I use for my tutorials now. But you don't have to go out and spend an arm and a leg to have a good production.
Nope.
A lot of people try to compare themselves to the gaming channels, and it's like, you know, well, gaming channels is one all about appearance. And truthfully, those bigger gaming channels, they didn't pay for 90% of that stuff. They were giving it,
Yep.
the big ones.
They're given all kinds of stuff:
Mm-hmm.
gaming systems, computer, gaming computers, big old monitors.
Streaming, like you name it, from for streaming the cameras. You know, they can get the
Yep.
$500-600 webcams, and they get it all. If they become a certain size, you know, the advertisers will flock to them. You know, we don't really get that, and it's weird how some people think, oh, the crochet community, you know, the crochet YouTubers make money. No, 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 no.
Nope.
Nope. Roughly about 4 cents for every 1,000 views.
Yeah. We're cooking with gas now, baby.
Right. We can eat bologna steak tonight.
That pretty log that you're eyeing for the last 2 years, we can buy it today.
Right. Um, for a 7-year-old scrimshaw, oh, the average for an adult male is 70 to 72 inches. I'd go with the height of that person. That's usually about what they should be. Um, say 4 feet. I mean, I don't know how tall 7-year-olds are nowadays.
About 7 year olds worth.
I know when I
Uh,
was a kid, 7-year-olds, we were small. Now you look at some of these 7-year-olds, they look like they're 20.
yeah, they're hanging off the basketball hoops.
Right? Hi, Catherine. I'd say about 4 feet. Make it just 4 feet. Be on the safe side. You know, if it's a little bit too big, they can grow into it still for several years. And that's just like baby blankets. I don't make baby blankets. I make forever blankets, or at least that I hope they're forever blankets. You know, to grow with the child. And there goes the CEO just trampling all over everything, huh?
Yeah, because she wants to be held.
Aww.
And now she'll roll over like because she wants to be held like a baby. You drive daddy nuts, but you know daddy loves you. Oh my goodness. Where's your mama? Is it bath time yet? Isn't it your bath time? I remember when Sweet Pea used to hold her down and just give her a bath, and she would just come up looking like a drowned rat. Hmm.
That's what our when we first got my shadow Taz, when we first got him, when he was like, God, how old was he? 6, 7 weeks old. He was just weaned, so about, I guess, 9 weeks old. And she would, for First week or two, she had nothing to do with him. She was 5, 6 at the time, and she'd look at him. She'd go, I don't know what you're doing with that. What is that thing doing in my space? You expect me to share a bed with that thing? And after that first week, next thing you know, she's pinning him down, just licking him all high heck. And I'm like, well, that's a good thing. You love him then.
Yep.
And now they have this huge memory foam bed, and she takes it over. But then if he tries to squeeze in there and wakes her up, oh my gosh, he woke her up, and she's not happy because she snaps. So normally he comes in here, and when I go to bed, he'll jump in my chair and just sleep in my chair.
It's recommended the same height as the child. So if they're 33 inches, then a 33-inch long scarf, only because it can be a safety hazard.
that
Otherwise, kind of use that measurement for my grandkids. Ain't that right?
Oh, Bod just dropped a. They say Bod just dropped a new video, and she did. Um, I know she's been getting flack. People have been wanting her to do her yarn box videos again and whatnot, but it's like she's been a busy beaver, and she's going to be even busier because she's got a lot of stuff coming up in the new
Yep,
year that I'm not going to talk about.
correct. Understand? We understand, don't we? Yes, we
But
understand.
there's a lot. I mean, she's a busy beaver. Oh my gosh, and she's been doing it for 10 years like this.
Yes.
It's like, oh my, I wish I had her energy.
And she would get so much stupid flack from people when she would do her yarn unboxing.
Yeah, and then she's getting
It's
flack
so
for not
sad.
doing them.
Yeah, so sad.
She's not. It's not like she is. What's what I'm looking for? She's not. She doesn't get bougie yarn all the time.
No,
And besides, it's her money. Let her spend it how she wants to spend it.
exactly.
You know, uh, she doesn't owe anyone any explanation about it.
Nope.
And but she gave honest reviews about it. I mean, there's a few yarns I would not have known about if it wasn't for her channel.
There were some yarns that I watched, and she always would say, this is just my opinion. If you want to find out yourself, get the yarn,
Yeah.
and I love that. So there were times that's like I'd get the yarn, and it's like, why didn't I just listen to her? Why didn't I just listen to her?
Well, and like she says, you have to find out for yourself. You
And
know,
sometimes you do.
and she always finds these really just, I call them hole in the wall places that nobody would have thought about.
Exactly. Um, I don't know how she finds them, where she finds them, how she finds them, don't know, but she finds them.
And then she lets us know about them, which is great.
And usually when she lets us know about them, she usually had yarn.
And then,
She's like,
like Don F said, and then she would give away a box of yarn, and that still wasn't enough to people.
no. People would say that, oh, it's a gimmick, and the same people always win, and blah 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 blah. It's like it's free. It didn't cost you anything.
Exactly. And then not only that, man, why do I look so short? Because I'm so low on the ground.
Could be.
Um, but she everything she does, she makes it so beginner friendly,
Yep.
and it's just amazing that she can come up with so much stuff and
Every day.
constantly film every day. I don't film every day. When I do film, I do batch filming, yes, but I don't film every day because I'm spending frogging. But she gives a lot to us with her patterns, and then people just turn around and be rude, and
Mean.
they
Hate.
expect, because oh, she's got 500,000, a million subs, she's rolling in the money. No, she's not.
No.
Yarn channels don't make a lot.
Like you said, 4 cents for every 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And just because you have a million subs doesn't mean a million people are watching every video you make.
Mm-hmm. Like my tutorials are on average about 4 cents for every thousand views, and the only ones that actually made more than that, well, they're long gone, but they're my supernova video that I did that went viral. That one, it was like $2 for every thousand views.
Wow.
I know, that's what I said.
How'd you get so lucky?
No, but if you're in this to make money, especially in the yarn community, you're in the
Forget it.
forget it. The gaming, was it? What did I say? It was gaming, uh, health, makeup, and or whatever you want, beauty, and DIY is where it's really at.
But like you were saying a while ago, though, the gaming channels, it's all about presentation.
Yeah,
You're
and it's
going to get your foot in the door. You're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to get equipment.
hmm yeah, and exactly. And then not only that, you know, there's the gaming channels are dime a dozen.
Yep.
So you need to make yourself stand out. Like you just got to make yourself stand out. I was telling my nephew this because he wants to do it. Now he's gotten a decent amount of subs, but he doesn't have the watch hours. He doesn't have a lot of stuff to be able to even get monetized. He's got 7K subs, but not the other numbers. And I'm like, you got to be able to make yourself stand out. You need to pay attention to your chat. You need to interact with those who's watching you. You need to just better presentation. It's all about presentation.
Yep.
For me, I just got to keep my hands clean and my nails trimmed, and I'm good. Because that's really all you really see 9 times out of 10 is just my hands. And but for gaming channels, beauty, and all that, there's a lot that goes into those channels before they can even make money from YouTube. They're
Oh
already
yeah.
putting a lot of money in, and I ain't about that game.
Nope.
That's money I'd rather spend on yarn.
Yep. Oh wait a minute, I do.
Yeah, you do. Oh my god, how much left do you have on that knot?
That.
It's getting a little smaller.
I figured this time next month I should.
Come Tuesday night, he'll be sitting there still working on it on the live.
Mm, it'll be the size of a $half.
Uh, Rose Garland asked a question. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
when I do a live, how do you get it as a replay for people to watch? It automatically does it. Now it can take 2 to sometimes 24 days to decide for YouTube to decide to put the chat up. Because sometimes it can pretty much be instant. Sometimes it's just taking days for the live chat to show up and the replays. But pretty much as soon as you click that in button, it's uploaded for a replay.
Yep. And I have to always go in. Well, I used to. I don't know what I did differently, but I used to, after a live,
Mm-hmm.
when it would end, I'd have to hurry up and go in and click on content, bring down the live video, go in and edit it to put monetization on.
Oh yeah, I do that. I prefer that because I
But
don't want
here lately, it's just been going on.
oh, not me. I still had to do it tonight after I got out of mine. And I don't mind that because I like to not, when we're having a live, I like not to be interrupted.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, no, I don't want the ads rolling while I'm doing a live. I'll wait until after.
good night, Christy.
Man, I was so
We
hoping to.
we do get, even if you like, if you watch us, Queen C, and you, since you have premium, it tells us on that video when we look at a video where our
The revenue come from.
revenue, yeah, that's what I was, yeah, the revenue came from. It'll say watch ads, skipped ads, or YouTube Premium. But there's some, I mean, there's other stuff I wish they would do. Like I would love to, for them to, and I'm part of that whole beta thing where, I can send in suggestions or whatever,
Uh
because
huh.
like my big thing is, okay, I love to batch, when I batch record, I batch edit. Well, I'd love to get those off my computer or off the portable hard drive and into my private space up in YouTube. I should be able to schedule it from private to go to members and then members to everybody else. But you can't. You can only put it straight up to members and then schedule it to go out to everybody else.
Yep.
But you can't go from private to everybody because I'd like to be able to schedule them out, and I can't do that. So I have a lot of videos just sitting in private, and I have to go in there and manually do it when it gets close to one. God forbid I clicked the wrong one by accident,
Yeah.
because I accidentally did that with the Enigma blanket released it a day early. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but whatever, you know. Because if you stay on a consistent schedule, the algorithm gets used to that, and the name of the game is to get into the algorithm.
Yep.
Everybody knows it is, and consistency is how it is. Thummies does not take any. It's great for the creator to see thumbs, but the algorithm doesn't take thumbs into consideration.
I thought they did,
It's views.
but I thought the thummies helped. I thought the algorithm picked up the thummies to put it higher up in the views.
No, they did away with that about 4 months ago.
Okay.
It used to count as interact. It counts as interaction, but it doesn't count as the algorithm interaction aspect, because they did away with that part because people were buying likes.
How can you buy a like?
Oh, you can buy a like, you can buy subscribers, you can buy views.
How do you buy a subscriber?
There's websites out there.
Oh no, I ain't doing all that.
I didn't know about any of that until I was blamed for, when I started my growth, that I bought subscribers.
You gotta be
And I
kidding.
was like, how the heck? And Nessa sent me, she's like, you can buy subscribers. I was like, what? She goes, yeah. I was like, who in their right mind would buy dead subscribers? That's what I would consider dead,
Yeah.
because they're not interaction.
Well, not only that, but you're still gonna need the watch hours.
Yeah.
You can have 10,000 subscribers, but if you don't have the 3,000 or whatever it is
Mm-hmm.
watch hours, you ain't getting monetized.
And she's like, no, you can buy this, you can buy that, and buy this, and you can do it for all. You can do it for YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm like, are you serious? People
Wow.
pay for that? Just work on your channel. I mean, that's all it takes. But I went through the live feeds the other night. I was just scrolling. I cannot, like, don't venture through the live. If you go through the, what do they call the YouTube shorts live feeds, the vertical live feeds. Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh, that is some scary stuff.
Why?
It's not that it's scary. It's just cringeworthy because people are begging for subs, and it's like, you're sitting there, you're begging for subs, But how do you know they're going to be a beneficial subscriber? You know, thankful, it's just, I don't know. That's like people who do YouTube shorts mixed with long form content. You're splitting up your hours. Why would you hurt yourself like that? Especially if your game is to get monetized, you're splitting up your hours. It takes 10 million views on YouTube for YouTube shorts to get monetized. But if you put out a short and then you put out a long form, you're hurting yourself because now you're splitting up those hours and then you're getting subscribers from your shorts that aren't watching your long form and vice versa. And I've learned a lot in the past few months, especially talking with Craig and a few other people. I've learned a lot, and it's just like, and that's what I try to, people who want to do it is like, okay, I know everybody's name of the game is everybody wants to make a little side cash. For me, the side cash pays for yarn, pays for
Yep.
shipping. And, I know I'm not going to be rolling in it. I'm not going to be Scrooge McDucking up in it. But, if I can get yarn for a certain project that people like, then hey, I'm going to do it. But everybody wants to think they're going to make it rich, and it's like, you're not.
No, you're not.
And then with the shorts and everything, you're hurting yourself.
I don't do. Once in a while, I'll do a short.
I did a couple of shorts with stitches, and I realized how I was paying attention to my metrics, and because Craig was telling me, hey, watch out, you know, it may work for you, it may not work for you, so keep an eye. And I was watching it, and I noticed it didn't. And I was splitting. I was getting people who only watch my shorts versus my long form. My everything in mine is long form.
Why do some channels have tons of ads and others don't?
We get to place our ads. Some channels, don't ask me why they do tons of ads, because that's, to me, that's a turnoff.
I know other people. Some people have said something about ad placement. When I go to monetize it, don't let me. I don't have a choice. It's either ads are on or the ads are off.
Are you doing it through an app?
No,
Or
I'm
you?
doing it through YouTube from the YouTube studio.
Oh, for lives, I don't think you can choose. Let me see. I have my stuff up over here. Let's see. Go to analytics, monetization. Oh
It
yeah,
tell
you don't get to choose on lives
right.
on videos. I can choose where I place the ads, and I try to place the ads two in the beginning and two at the end. Nothing in between. Just because, two in the beginning, I mean, we're talking about the swatch that I'm showing off. Two at
Right.
the end, we're talking about the swatch I'm showing off. In the middle is the important stuff. I don't want to be broken up by an ad. But you have to place ads. So, when for uploaded videos for lives, yeah, you don't get to place them, unfortunately.
Well, even my regular video, like
Really?
if I do just a talk and crochet video, it when I go to I hit the monetization button, the drop down box comes down
Uh huh.
and it says turn on or turn off. And I hit the turn on, and then it says
Oh.
ad placement.
Mid roll.
It lists them all. It lists them all.
Let's turn it off. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then turn it back on. Oh, I have to do this only one at a time. Let's save it. You saved? Yeah, you saved. Go back to on. Okay, because whenever I hit it on the PC, I get a whole new screen come up. Tell us what's in your video, and I can click down and say none of the above because there's nothing on mine, and I can hit submit, and then it says add placement mid row, and then right underneath it is a little click button that says placement, and I can click that and I can place them wherever I want.
Yeah.
And
Every time I hit that placement, all I get is like a bubble window, and it talks about different how to place different ads, but I have no choice where to put them
oh, that's weird.
because Craig even said he's like you might want to cut down on some of your. I can't. It's either they're on or they're off.
Oh wow.
I, I have no idea.
I wonder. I don't know because he does his by his phone, so I don't
Yeah.
know. He does everything on his phone. I don't.
Well,
I could
I
not do the editing on my phone. Oh my god,
I
no.
I don't know how he does.
I don't either. Films everything and edits and all that.
He's an amazing person. I'll say that.
Sure is. And then
The amazing.
you're always afraid. You're always afraid to text him because you don't know if you're interrupting a filming.
I know. He always comes back. I'm filming. Talk to you later.
I got that yesterday because I'm always scared to text him because of that reason. And I'm like, hey, I hope you're not filming. Hi, I'm filming. Okay, I'll be back with you a minute later.
And then I don't want to send any more texts back after he says that he's after
Yeah,
he
it's like
says that he's filming. It's like I don't want to say okay. Text me back. Text me when you're done.
yeah, you don't. It's like you don't. They keep interrupting, especially knowing that he does everything on his phone. Like for me, it's easy for me to just all right. We can stop that now. Let me answer my phone. But I could not. Oh man, I used to do it by my phone, and oh man, it drive me nuts when when like Panda would call or text. I'm filming. You just interrupted it all. Now I got to see where I left off in the filming.
Oh my gosh. Well, I thought this would be easier, but
It
it's
looks like it's getting bigger. Maybe.
well. I did finally cut it. So I'll let everybody know I did cut it.
Trying to
I
preserve as much as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to order um a lot of the two weight, the Afghan yarn
Uh huh.
from Hirschner's because I want to turn my Bunny Meadows blanket into a shawl.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why I got that wild hair up my rear, but I was like, ooh, that'd be a pretty shawl. So I want to do it in two weight. And I'm like, well, Hirschner's it is.
And the good thing about the Afghan yarn is
Hi, Jane.
they got 50 some colors, 54, something like that.
Oh, they got a mess ton, and I like the gradient packs they have them in.
Oh yeah.
I got quite a few of them down in the bottom of the closet, but I want to, but like with this, um, with the Bunny Meadows, I'm gonna have to have so many colors. Two colors I'm gonna have a lot, or three colors I'm gonna have a lot of, which is the white for the bunny, the dark green for the stems, and a light green for the grass. The flower colors are gonna change every row, but still, it's like, but I'm wanting something bright. I don't want to use neons, but I want something very bright, and I have to pick and choose through those colors. And I'm hoping to have. I don't know if I'm gonna have it done by Easter. I doubt it. I got so much other stuff I want to do.
We could do a fundraiser to get him a tablet. Um, Russ,
Oh,
are we
for
gonna see your present? Oh, I can open it, I guess.
make yourself big. I'm gonna go step away for a moment.
Okay, we can do that.
Gotta let the little dog out.
Solo. There we are. All right. So we have. I got to make sure. I got to make sure I don't show my address here. So this is my actual Christmas present from Fiber. We do a Christmas exchange, birthday exchange, and we send. Sometimes we send gifts throughout the year. It all depends. Just give me a second to open this because I don't want to accidentally cut something on the inside. All right. All right. All right. Come on. Whew. If I can open it. Come on. I love how he wraps. And then I always use the garbage bag that he sends me. I just reuse it because there's nothing wrong with it. All right. How are you tied? There we go. Come on. There we go. You guys remember this? You guys remember this? This is his new pattern. That's his new pattern. How awesome. Oh my gosh, and it's so squishy. It's so squishy. It's squishy. Oh my gosh, I love it. Ah. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I get a blanket. I want a blanket from him every year. So every year I get a blanket. Uh, yes, Tina, it is the one. Yep, Scrimshaw. Bye, Queen. Mm, so yes, that's that was his latest blanket. And for my birthday, I got the tumbling blocks. So I'm happy. I love my Christmas present. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, it's just gorgeous. I love the color. I love it. I love it. Oh, this pile of knots has really got me. It's my fault. I created the knot. I can't blame nobody but me. Good night, Lorraine. Thank you for coming, darling. It is a very unusual pattern, and I love it. But leave it up to our favorite spider to do something like that, right? Oh, it is warm, Vicky. It is warm. It's nice and thick. It's squishy. Uh, I thought she was going, or maybe I just misread. Um, Thanks, Tina. Yeah, I always want a blanket from him. It's like, yes, I can make them myself, but he asks me what I want, and I tell him, just make me one of your blankets. I like it when I get the ones that, oh, it's a beautiful gift, on just a beautiful gift. I like it when he gives me the blanket that he uses for his thumbnail. I love it because then I possess the very first creation that he created. So if I get the blanket, which he used for the tutorial, it's the original. I mean, it is truly the original. It's what the tutorial is based off of, and I love that for me. So yes,
Sorry, I had to take little. I can't call him little man because he's older than I am. He's almost 10, so in dog years, he's older than me.
yeah, by quite a few. So my Christmas prezi from Fiber was the blanket.
Oh, that blanket is gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
And it is so warm and oh my god, it's gorgeous.
I could only imagine, like, watching him work that thing up and knowing the frustration that went behind it. I think only a few of us knew the frustration that went behind it.
Oh, you get a few texts too?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then cursing himself. What did I get myself into? Why did I decide to do this? And
Why do I always have to do this to myself?
yes,
Mm. Uh,
he's very talented, though.
oh,
Very,
he
very.
is. I could never ever compete with that.
Oh, same here.
Not even if I wanted to, I couldn't compete with that.
He's just. I know he's blanking it out too right now too. But he keeps busting them out, and it's just like they're gorgeous every time.
Uh huh. And you can't. And the way that they turn out, it's like it don't even look like he's frustrated,
I know
but you know he is.
because you got the text with those choice words in it.
All right. So this is going to have several. It looks like this is going to have several cuts. Mm. Can't be helped.
No,
No.
sometimes you can't. That was like my four. Well, the only time I ever got uh what is it, indie dyed yarn. It was Don Aaron's. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know I've never got anything like that because I've always been afraid that I'm not gonna like it. So I just stuck to what I like. And she sent me two hanks of a colorway she created for me. And I didn't know what I was doing, so I untwisted it. Next thing I know, it's a big knot.
Oh no.
And So Panda sat in the living room for like 3 days, unknotting it, but he found it cathartic, and I'm like, not me. And then I went out and bought a Swift for the next one. You can hear Tippy.
Yep, here she is. What are you doing? What? Oh my goodness. No, you're not going to lay on my yarn. What? Tell me all about it. Tell me all
Aww.
about it. I didn't say go to sleep.
She found a bed.
Yeah, she just went to bed. She just went to sleep. Literally, just went to sleep.
Oh, goodness.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's like they always say, animal. We don't pick animals. Animals pick us.
I have no idea how you sleep in the positions you sleep in.
Yeah, right. Like I look at my dogs and I see them. Hey, Amanda. And I see the dog and it's like, how are you sleeping that way?
I have, I don't know. They, like, how they turn on their head and sleep.
Hey, little Carrie.
Well, Michael, I think I'm going to call it a day.
Okay, okay. I'm going to be up for another 10 more hours. So I
I'll
can
be up
prepare for the long
for,
live.
I'll be up for another 3 hours, but I want to get some stuff done
Hmm. I get it. I mean, yeah.
because I have to work tonight.
Oh, yeah, you do. I'm just preparing. I'm just changing my schedule for that long live. I need to be awake for 12 hours. So, and then I got to film the video as soon as I end that live.
Daddy loves you. Yes, Daddy loves you.
What's that? Oh,
No yarn shopping tonight. Not tonight. Oh, okay, everybody. I want to thank everybody for showing up, and I appreciate it. Michael, I appreciate you coming up.
anytime.
Makes the night go by. So I hope if I don't see or if you guys don't see me, I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday, a Merry Christmas. Enjoy it, and I'll see
Hopefully
everybody in
we'll
my
see
next
y'all.
video.
Hopefully we see y'all Tuesday night.
Oh, you'll see me. I'm just not quite sure
Well,
what time.
yeah. I mean,
But
these everybody else.
oh yeah, everybody
Yeah.
show up. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good night.